Hello and welcome to this week's news. I'm David Taylor, and in this week's episode, the Lexus GX, we have pricing, BMW's outrageous supercomputer prototype, and Mercedes-AMG has quietly done a U-turn on the V8. Let's go.
Think of a car, any car. Yes, Cars.co.za. Let's find what moves you.
Apologies for two Lexus features back to back. I mean, last week we had the Lexus LX facelift pricing, but many of you have been blasting me in the comments going, Dave, tell us all about the Lexus GX. We need to know how much this new model is going to cost. And I have pricing, sorry about the wait. As a reminder, GX, this is not a badge we've had in South Africa before, and if I look at the data, 4 derivatives, GX 550, and all of them will have the 3.5-litre twin-turbocharged petrol V6. Right, the V35 FTS motor, 260 kilowatts, 650 newton meters. Now I know the keen-eyed petrol heads amongst you are going, we've seen this engine before. This is the one in the Land Cruiser 300 and the Lexus LX 600. This has been detuned, and you're correct. That motor in the bigger cars makes 305 kilowatts, but you can't have the smaller car outperforming the bigger ones for less money. That's not how this works. Now the spec has been thoughtfully planned. You get the option of 5 or 7 seats, and as always, Lexus has said, right, you can have absolutely everything. There's no options list, just have it all. Now I've gone through the spec list and even the base model. LED headlamps, moonroof, heated ventilated seats. There's even a refrigerator built into the central armrest. That's awesome. Pricing, that's where it's at. You always want to know how much things cost. And 1.7 million gets you into a GX 550, and the flagship goes for 1.8 million. Now you'll notice that there are some derivatives called Overtrail. Now these are your serious off-roaders. Now if I go through the list of off-road hardware, rear diff lock, Toyota's multi-terrain select system, downhill assist control, crawl control, and the brand's Trek suspension system, as well as a locking center diff, full-time all-wheel drive, and a low-range transfer case. That is awesome. We're going everywhere. But I have to ask, would you consider this Lexus GX over the standard Toyota Prado, which is 300,000 Rand less? As a reminder, Prado 2.8 diesel motor. But if you want the punchy petrol V6, then you have to jump into a Land Cruiser 300, and that pricing starts at 2 million. So at this point I'm going, I think the Lexus GX has carved itself a nice little spot between the Prado and the Land Cruiser 300. On to the next story, and I'm sorry, do not adjust your set, your eyes are not deceiving you. This utterly bizarre looking thing is called the BMW Vision driving experience. Yes, I know the looks are extreme, and yes, it is a camouflage unit, but forget the styling for a second. I mean, we're so obsessed with styling and money, but this is so much more than just a styling car. Yes, certain design elements like the headlights and kidney grills, we'll see those on future products like the Neue Klasse generation of electric cars, which are revealed, I think, at the end of this year or next year. But what exactly is going on here? This camouflage car is basically BMW's testing platform for an all-new computer system. Previously, all aspects of cars' dynamics like braking, steering, acceleration, those are all individual models and had their own individual algorithms. Now, this BMW computer called Heart of Joy brings all of that into one big supercomputer. BMW reckons this Heart of Joy supercomputer can process data 10 times quicker than current systems, and also when you factor in EVs like braking and recuperation and charging, like those are other aspects to consider. Call me cynical, and I've been driving test cars for 20 years, but I've been encountering so many little glitches and software bugs on cars these days. Have we reached the limit for digitalization? Have we gone too far? I mean, if I look at the average passenger family car, there's probably more lines of software code in that than there is in the space rocket that took people to the moon. In BMW's defense, however, they do say thanks to the Heart of Joy computer, future electric cars will be nicer to drive, and let's not forget those efficiency benefits either, so you can go a little bit further and crush that range anxiety. But back to this testing car, and while there's no official power outputs, BMW did quietly say, yes, this electric prototype mule has 18,000 Newton meters. So I mean, this is awesome. Imagine the burnouts you can do. Oh look, here they are. And yes, you're probably going, why does this electric prototype have 18,000 Newton meters? And BMW have said, look, if the Heart of Joy computer can handle all of that, surely it's going to crush the daily driving computing process without breaking a sweat. And you've probably noticed by now the lights on the wheels. And yes, they're probably not going to pass any legal traffic rule authority, but I like how they change color and make patterns based on vehicle functionality. Energy recuperation goes blue, acceleration is green, and then hard braking is orange. Like, that is such a cool thing to have. A gimmick, yes, but oh well, it's cool. Finally, the last story of this episode. Now, AMG, Mercedes-AMG that is, they've done a very quick, quiet U-turn on their powertrain strategy. Petrolhead internet all collectively went when there was a C63 4-cylinder. I mean, where's the V8? Where's the sound? Where's the soul? Look, there's no denying C63 is a ballistically fast car, but it needs the soundtrack. Yes, AMG has confirmed there will be a V8 coming back, but at this point it's too early to tell where this new V8 will go. At the brand's recent investor meeting, it confirmed a massive product offensive over the next couple of years, but there's one line that caught my eye, and I'm going to read it to you. Mercedes-AMG plans to outgrow the performance market thanks to a heavily refreshed model lineup from 2026 onwards and a strategic evolution of its portfolio, which will include a next-generation high-tech electrified V8. And the crowd goes wild. But it's not just the V8. There's going to be a crazy level of new product coming out, and we've already seen prototypes of like the CLA. Merc has confirmed a baby G-Class, and this has got me thinking, perhaps I should make a video unpacking Merc's plans for the next couple of years. I think there's going to be more cars than you could possibly imagine. And before I end off, you've probably noticed this bad boy, the good old Cars Awards trophy. Yes, it's that time of the year again. 13 categories, 39 cars, SA's best awards show. Who is going to take home some trophies? And these things are awesome. They're pretty heavy as well. You can do some lifting with them. And that's all for this week's episode. As always, I will link further information and reading in the description below. And if you're looking for a new or used car, well, Cars.co.za is a good place to start your search. We've got over 72,000 vehicles for sale. I will see you next week. We can unpack the Cars Awards winners together. Okay, bye.
Think of a car, any car. Yes, Cars.co.za. Let's find what moves you.